Hello, everybody. Here we are. This is our first ever Smash of the Day with just one division. The other two being covered by lesser people, less important humans. With me this week, I've got Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Here we go, keeping up with tradition. So, 5 games, 10 teams. Let's take a look at last week's results. St. Nico's Flying Circus versus Mummy's Little Soldiers. The bad run continues for Fritsch, who just a couple of weeks ago we were touting as a potential winner of the league. Unfortunately, he did not get the win against Camry, which is bad for him, because this is one he really could have won, right? Although, to be fair, the other one was against Halflings, and he probably could have won that one too.
Yeah, he managed to get 8 armor breaks. Not too bad going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, skeletons are armor 7, aren't they? So if he was doing it right, he was hitting the skeletons. It looks like he failed. He tried to pick up the ball 5 times and failed 3 times.
Ew, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Although maybe some of those were in tackle zones, like it had dropped.
Yeah, possibly. 3 boneheads out of 10 is rough. He failed 4 dodges, 66% dodge success rate. Well, I suppose that's about what you expect, but... Well, no, actually, no, because a lot of his dodges are 2-ups, aren't they?
Yeah. And maybe those failed leaps happened at particularly bad times, and that's how he ended up not getting the 2-1.
Yeah, 5 POWs, so his block dice weren't amazing. But, what did we get with Mummy's Little Soldiers? He attempted 5 dodges and succeeded 3 of them. I mean, that's probably the key stat right there, yeah? Because you're not supposed to succeed really any of them with these guys.
Just as good at dodging as a Kislev. Makes sense.
Yeah. They had roughly the same dodge success rate, and I think that's probably what went wrong. But that's a really rough result for Fritsch. That's 2. So I think you could have, given that his first 2 games were Halflings and Khemri, that's probably with the teams in this league, those are the ones that you would want to play against first, right?
Yeah, but he's Kislev, so he is also slightly anti-elf. There's a lot of elves in this league you can have fun against.
Yeah, true enough.
With those long legs.
True enough, but I think we can both agree those were 2 games that he didn't really want to get 1 point out of, right?
No, yeah, definitely not.
Good result for the Camry, though, not taking anything away from them. That's a solid draw for those guys.
Ooh, level on a mummy as well.
Yeah, level on a Tomb Guard is very nice. Very nice. We'll see what he gave him in it. Let's remember his name. Mummy Sektek.
You're definitely not going to remember that.
Yeah, too generic. Rivendell Reavers 3, Littlefoot's Legion 0. Yeah, Elf's gonna Elf, right?
Oof.
Got his MVP on a movement down lineman. That's line fodder right now, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, only 2 passes, both successes.
Yeah.
He only got 2 knockdowns when he was fireballed.
Yeah. I mean, that's your stats right there. Yeah, he didn't fail a single pickup. He didn't fail a single pass. He got KO'd once and he came back. I mean, that's basically all you need, really, isn't it, with these guys? Yeah,
and he did pretty well in his injury rolls as well.
That is a garbage dodge success rate for Skinks, 53%. That's dreadful.
He could have been dodging with a Saurus, we don't know. We presume not.
And look at that, 8 pickup attempts. Oh my god, what was going on? I did actually catch a tiny bit of this, and I do remember that the skink dodging was a bit rough. But if you've attempted to pick up the ball 8 times, that to me says that you've been repeatedly dislodged.
Yeah. Yeah, he got in the cage, and it's just escalated from there, looks like.
Yeah, that's really unlucky. His block dice were fine, I guess. A lot of both downs in there. The Reavers didn't really roll as many. Yeah, I mean, that's just what you're going to do if you can't pick up the ball. If you can't pick up the ball, and when you do manage to pick up the ball, you can't retain it, then you can't win and you lose 3-0, right? That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, and these are also the Armor 8 elves, so you can't expect them to fall over like the other teams would.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, at least he got his MVP on a Crocs, I suppose. Well,
Yeah,
this is
almost
what we've
next
been waiting
level.
for. Woodsuggers 5. Wait, what? Ball nil. Oh my god. I like how they've both got the same logo as well. They're both just a W. It's like the for anyone who plays Football Manager, this is what it's like when you start managing a club and your assistant manager's like, "Would you like me to arrange an intra-squad friendly?" Both teams have got the same logo, but one of them just completely batters the other. That's a very obscure reference that I don't think anyone's going to get.
No, I got it.
There you go.
I've had it where I've been playing lower league and I haven't had an assistant manager, so I have to manage both teams.
Yeah, that's I always the first thing I do is hire an assistant manager. I can't be bothered with that crap. Right, so yeah, that was an absolute SPP. 10 SPP on one guy. This Wood Elf team is horrible.
Yeah, I'm glad I've already played these. I would not want to be playing them next week after they had all this development.
Look at that. He rolled. Oh my god. He rolled 92 bonehead dice. That's ridiculous. I've never seen that many bonehead rolls. It just looks weird. That does.
I'm reliably informed that it was almost 6-0 as well.
Yeah. Well, he threw teammates 8 times. He only got one. Oh yeah, I remember that his chainsaw got took out very near the beginning, which kind of sucks for him. Yeah, what can you say about this? Really, it's the Wood Elf team have got so many stat ups that it basically is breaking the game at this point.
Yeah. Well, it won't be happening in the new edition, will it?
No, no one's going to play Wood Elf in the new edition.
Hold on to him where you can, Jake.
Well, yeah, that's quite the result. Us collect balls 2, Shy Horses 0. Not really much to say about this. It's halflings versus a team full of tackle. What do you expect? Really?
Was it just a game of attrition?
Pretty much. I mean, to be honest with you, it became apparent very early on that I definitely wasn't going to win, and I spent most of the game just trying to keep my trees alive, keep my decent halflings alive, and you can tell because if you look at the SPP, I got an MVP. And that was it. I basically didn't do anything for the whole game. He shut me down, which is what, like, why wouldn't you, right, against Flings? I think really, if anything, he probably came out of this disappointed because he could have got a lot more SPP than that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I've really got much else to say about that. It's halflings. What are you going to do? Yeah. Moving on. MNG United, Timber and Toons. Go on then, Sam. Take it away.
Yeah, so this was, well, it was one of the most boring first halves. So the Timber and Tunes, it was their drive first, slowly making their way up the pitch. Managed to foul his Mighty Blow Blitzer off the field. He fireballed 5 dudes and didn't get any removals. And then threw a pass before he checked whether I was going to intercept or not, and lost the ball. So 1-0 at halftime. My drive, quick score, 2-0, and it's really hard for him to get back in the game. We also managed to see me score a 1-turn touchdown, which I was very proud about.
Oh yeah, of course, that one's been shared to the group. Definitely worth checking out.
It should have been. It was really a 2-1, but he said, "I don't think you can 1-turn this." So
you did.
It had to be done.
Well, yeah, it looks like he had a bit of a rough one there. He failed 2 pickups. Half his passing didn't work. He didn't get his guys back after the KO. Very unfortunate.
He definitely did get pretty diced. I mean, that D6, 25 ones. You can't do nothing on a 1 with elves.
Yeah, that is awful. Well, good result for you, I guess. Shall we take a look at the teams?
Yep.
Littlefoot's Legion. How are we getting on? He's getting the tackle in there. Sensible choice. I think really what he needs now is some Mighty Blow.
Yeah, definitely.
no more tackle. I don't know if I would have gone for tackle on that Saurus that doesn't have block, but I can understand why he did in this league, to be honest.
Yeah, that feels like a kind of reactionary pick because he's been getting too pissed off, which I can understand. Also, you park him against a player and it makes that 2-up dodge that you do every turn riskier.
Yeah. I think the diving tackle, diving catch thing there is nice. He's got a good spread of skinks there, I think. Just kind of needs to roll a double on one and give it block or something so that you've got a blodging skink. You can carry the ball somewhat reliably with that, right?
Yeah.
I thought we'd lost you.
Yeah, I did. There. Yeah, I did drop out, but I heard everything.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no wrong with this team.
Team looks good. Hopefully his luck comes up a bit more.
Yeah, it's just the Saurus, isn't it? They take so long to develop. But yeah, we'll see how he goes with that. Let's have a look at St. Nico's Flying Circus. A rough couple of games. How are we doing here? He's got all 4 blitzers now. I believe he was down a blitzer. It looks like he was down 2 blitzers at one point.
Oh, 2 fresh blitzers. Not what you want to see.
That really sucks. But he's still got the combo of a blodging blitzer with guard and a strength 4 blitzer.
Yeah.
And that's nasty. Like you can, I mean, there aren't any in this league, but well, you can reliably get punching bull centaurs, I suppose, and stuff like that with those guys. And he's got his strength up cage breaker as well. So still all the pieces are here. Still a good looking team, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not particularly practiced with Kislev, but having the 2 fresh blitzers with no skills, that's 220k. I'd question if maybe you needed both of them. You could have got some line chaff instead with that second 110.
Yeah, perhaps. Well, I mean, if he gets a load of quick SPP on him, then he's made the right decision, right?
Yep. Yeah, it could definitely work. With all the dodging, we're going to see it as well.
He's got the Apo as well, so it's not that bad of a call, I don't think. We'll see how it goes. He's got exactly 11 players. I think that's what's That's the problem, isn't it? Like you said, there's no line shaft, but it might not matter. Well, I guess we'll see. Let's take a look at the Reavers. These guys are smashing it.
Yeah, most experienced elf coach, 3rd season elves, and this is what you take the high elves for, isn't it? For the long game. This is the point where they start to pay off.
Yeah, the passing game for these guys at this point is insane. Nerves of Steel, strength. Nerves of Steel, Agi 5.
Nice.
Is kind of ridiculous. It's a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? That Nerves of Steel was a bit of a waste in hindsight.
Yeah, well, I think it's you can top and tail him, but he can still dodge out really easily.
Yeah. And then we've obviously got. I mean, to be honest with you, it's all about that one thrower, though, isn't it? Who, with all of these levels at this point, he basically can't fail to pick up the ball, can't fail to successfully pass it, at least with a reroll. No one can intercept it. And then he's got a couple of Agi 5s, one with Nerves of Steel. You basically can't stop him from passing at this point, can you? And it forces you to play in such a different way. It forces you to have to come up with like strategies that no other team's really going to make you, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, and also you can't rely or you can't base a strategy around removing him because he's going to be right at the back of the field the whole game.
Yeah, and even if you do, there's Agi 5 guys to step in. And really, they've only got the issue of maybe being worse at passing, but they're still just as likely, more or less, to pick up the ball, right?
Yeah, he might miss this MNG catcher in the next game though. That's the one upside for his opponent.
Yeah, is that guy with sure feet? Yeah, so that's a reliable one turner, well, a somewhat reliable one turner. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who his next opponent is actually, and if they can capitalise on that. Let's have a look at the Wood Tuggers.
All right.
Does he add another strength?
Yeah, I think he just got another strength up lineman. I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, who got his MVP? Who was the? Let's have a quick look at that. SPP. No, his MVP was on. So we had 10 on Leslie Nope, 5 on Jerry Gergrich, 6 on Ann Perkins, 7 on Andy Dwyer.
But none on Ben Wyatt.
No, so that was already there, evidently.
Oh, okay. I must have leveled that for that game in the previous round because I played in the first round.
Is it
yeah,
Leslie Noob who got the sure feet now?
Yeah.
Sprint, sure feet, catcher with a strength.
Yeah, and strength 3.
Yeah.
And nerves of steel.
God. I cannot wait to play this team because I am not the slightest bit interested in winning against him. I just want to break these guys' legs with trees.
Yeah, this is just an absolutely insane team, isn't it?
Yeah, farcical. And this is only his second season. There's a whole other season of this team to come. Although, I think it's only a matter of time before it implodes, right?
Yeah, Armour 7, they're going to get removed at some point. But until then, it's going to be glorious.
Yeah. Well, moving on. Let's have a look at the Us Collect Balls. Fresh off their clash with me. So we've now got a piling on Dwarf.
Oh, this is gross. I need to look away.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. I'm really glad. I mean, I was saying before my game, I was saying I'm really glad I don't have to deal with any claw. He still doesn't have any claw, so that's good news for a few of the teams in this league. The Sauruses aren't going to get murdered. Tree Men aren't going to get murdered. Well, probably not anyway. That blodging ball carrier Hobgoblin's nice though.
Yeah. Yeah, he can keep the ball safely. He can cage up. It's going to be really hard to stop him winning on a grind.
Yeah.
Especially with all this guard now.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not really much else you can say about this. This is a very conservative-looking team. He's got his fouling piece. He's got his ball-carrying piece. He's given his ball sentinels block. Then he's given one break tackle. I suppose he'll perhaps give the other one... Maybe either... Well, he's not going to give him sure hands now, is he? So probably... I'll probably give the other one break tackle as well, right? Either that or guard.
Yeah.
We'll see. He's got plenty of cash in the bank as well. It's not good.
Yeah, just in case an emergency happens, but I doubt it will.
Yeah, probably not. Let's have a look at your MNG United, shall we?
Indeedy.
So, yeah, that strong arm, accurate, safe pass throw is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, so there was a lot of discussion on whether I should take sure hands or not. So I went for the safe throw just because it means you can basically not care about where you throw it from. It's just removing another element of risk, and you can re-roll the pickup. You can't re-roll the pass because it's built in.
Yeah.
I did lose a catcher in that last game. He was a guard catcher, but he was strength 2. So I'm having to think about what to do with that money. Am I going to replace him or not?
Yeah, I mean, the risk of your catches is mitigated, right? Because they're all strength 3, so you're basically getting a movement 8 lineman effectively, right? With some skills.
He's 110k. It's going to add a lot of TV.
I don't think that matters at this point, does it? we're
Looking at these other teams.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm very happy with the shape of this team. I've been very fortunate with it not getting decimated, and it's going to happen at some point. I'm holding my breath.
What's the logic with going for so much wrestle on your linemen?
I'm just making avenues, just making space to run through. I much prefer wrestle on an elf team than block.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind if my linemen take someone down, but I don't want my catchers on the floor. That's why I've given them block.
Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Well, let's move on. Timber and Tunes, your previous foes. Oh, so you've what's happened to David Bowie? What do you do to him? Oh, you're giving him an MNG. That's
MNG.
That's a nice favour to his next opponent because that's.
It was a death, and he is on the bounty board. So I did want to know what are the rules about that. I need to make a post.
Yeah, I mean I'm not involved in the bounty board, so you can't yell at me about that. If anyway. Moving up catch is lovely. You need sprint next, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's the next step, or maybe sidestep, just to discourage blitzing him. Put him even closer to the line.
I don't know. The temptation of the easy one turner is too high for me.
Yeah, just running a straight line.
He's got an unusual amount of guard for an elf team, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got some nice doubles on this team, which means he can play a bit bashier, which could come into play. in these sort of matchups he's going to see in this league.
Yeah, without a doubt. Being a bashier elf team in a league full of elves just makes you slightly better than all the other elves most of the time, doesn't it? Except for that one elf team that's got like 18 stat ups. Impossible to be better than them. Alright, let's have a look at the best team in the league, the Shire Horses. So as you can see, I'm down 2 guys from my previous game, which is always
you're
nice.
going to miss them sorely.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Especially since it leaves me with the bloat halflings. Look at these guys. 80k on one halfling. Disgusting. That guy needs to get killed. Yeah, so basically, I've got 180k in the bank, so I'm going to spend 30k on another halfling, and I will probably take an 11-man roster into my next game.
Oh, okay.
Get all the inducements. Because, like, Deeproot, Willow, that immediately puts me to a 13-man roster, where I'll field 4 decent guys and like 7 halflings, and I think that's a pretty decent sort of. Yeah, I think I can get away with that.
Yeah, I'm following you.
But really, there's not much to say about halflings because you just take what you get with them, and then I mean, honestly, I kind of hope Bilbo Brumby dies because he's just bloat at this point.
Well, you're almost up to 1 mil team value.
Yeah,
almost.
I have yet to be the team value that most teams start at all. But yeah, that's some halflings for you. Let's have a look at this ogre team.
1740.
Yeah, I know. This is why ogres have been reworked.
Whoa!
I know. Look at all their movement orbs.
They had a guard Noblar. It wasn't long for this world, was it?
No. I wonder if he'll keep him now that he's got an AV down. I mean, who cares, really? AV4 versus AV5. Still going to get murked, right?
Shadowing Noblar. I love this. Okay, this guy's a bit of a nutter then, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's playing ogres. But...
He likes to play off-meta, low-tier teams, which is man after my own heart. That's a pretty good... I mean, to be honest with you, though, if you just look at the ogres, that is a good set of ogres. He's got 2 break tackle ogres, so they can get where they want. He's got block on a couple of them, so he can, reliably blitz with those guys. He's got a piling on. He's got a couple of guards. He's got some movement ups. It's just that is a nice bunch of ogres there. I think really we're just missing a mighty blow ogre.
Yeah, which is probably his next shout.
Oh, sorry, they've all got mighty blow. I said that 2 weeks ago as well. None of them have got mighty blow, and I've just realised they're ogres. They've all got mighty blow.
It's because you're used to seeing it on the right-hand side.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
What do you think he's going to give the movement up piling on next? Tackle, probably?
Yeah, he is missing some tackle, isn't he? But isn't... I don't know. That's a tough one, actually. I'd be tempted to give one of them strong arm, just for the one turner.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably
especially
not one of the
he's got 2
ones, though.
He's got 2 movement up Noblars, so it makes it easier.
Yeah.
What he's really missing is an Agi 4 ogre.
Yeah. Stand firm's not bad as well, especially on the ones with guard.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I guess we'll see. But that is this is bloat. This is pure bloat. And this is why ogres have been reworked, isn't it? Because this is not a team that should be the highest TV team in the league.
No, it's really not.
And finally, the Khemri. Let's have a look at the Khemri. Ooh, this is a kind of small roster now.
Some gaps there.
Yeah, this team could do with some chaff. I think the gaps are deliberate to some degree because no, maybe not actually. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is an 11-man roster. So there's some great stuff here, obviously. The Agi up blitzer, I personally know how useful that is to have. You can hand off to him, you can dodge with him. The fact that his thrower R is strength 5 means you wouldn't want to carry with anything else at this point, would you?
No, it's going to be really hard to dislodge, especially as he's got sure hands.
Yeah, he's literally a strength 5 in a cage of strength 5s. What the hell are you going to do about that? He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you're vampires. He doesn't care if you're wood elves. There's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, but what he does need is line chaff, because it's great having a ridiculously overstrength cage. But if I play these guys, I'm gonna target his 3 skeletons, and then all of a sudden I can easily foul them off the field. Then I'm going to go for his other throw raw, so that he's only got one sure hands. And then I'm going to start working on his blitz raws. And then you get to a point where really it doesn't matter that they're all that high strength. You can just swarm them and they can't go anywhere.
Mm.
So he needs a line chaff, I think, and he's got 100k. He can get it. He can get a couple of skellies for that much. That's what I'd do.
Well, he's also got that Tomb Guard's got a niggle.
Yep.
So double jet. Sorry, it's a double niggle. So
Really?
he's definitely a target. Yeah. I
Wow.
think this was. I think he was saying there was a game this week where someone thought you couldn't get a second niggle. So it could have been on him, or he got a niggle twice because he has decay in the same injury roll. Maybe.
Yes, that'll be it. Yeah, because of course decay gives you 2 injuries. Yeah, that sucks. It's interesting to note that the one MVP mummy, Sectech, he's given stand firm to.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
a bad shout. Not a bad shout.
Yeah, I like it.
He needs tackle on this team. He's only got one.
Yeah.
In this league, you need more than one tackle if you can get it.
Yeah.
Also, oh no, he's got a kicker, so he's all right there. Yeah, yeah. I would strongly suggest getting some line chaff, but that's just me.
Yeah, he's got 100k in the bank. Maybe he's expecting that Tomb Guardian to go down.
I think you can afford to get one Skelly. Mind you, I mean, he's probably gonna get, depending on who he plays. His TV's pretty low. He'll probably get some inducements, won't he? He can probably induce some fodder. Shall we have a look at next week's fixtures?
Let's go.
So, Mummy's Little Soldiers, Timber and Tunes. Well, we can answer a question right now. He's not going to get anything in inducements. He's going to get 30k.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really rough game for the Khemri because one tackle. You know, these are the pro elves that have guard. They have one mighty blow, so he could try and single out that tackle skeleton. And if he gets removed, how is he going to stop the elves elfing?
Yep, absolutely. And that's the key to victory for Connor, isn't it, really? Play like elves. Don't play like anything but elves. Don't engage his tomb guards. Pick off the odd skeleton if you can. Don't worry if he cages up. You can score twice. He can only really get down the field once. Win 2-1.
Yeah, the way I could see him winning is if the Khemri get the first drive, they cage up, and they get some removals on that armor 7.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, that's what he's good, but that's the thing. That's what he's going to want to do, innit? Connor knows that that's what. So the Khemri have only got one strategy, and you've just described it, right? Whereas the elves can be a bit more diverse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say it's Connor's to lose that, really.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the elves will probably take it. So these Scrublords versus the Shire Horses. Last time we played, I get 3 injuries in the first turn on the line with Deep Root and 2 Treemen.
Yep, that is exactly it. And I think we're going to see pretty much a repeat of that. I think it's going to be rough for the elves. I think they're going to get slapped about, but I think it's going to be a 2-1 or even a 1-0 win.
To the Halflings, yeah?
I mean, I'd say I'd love to see it, but I really wouldn't because I need to start getting up this board. So
you'll be pleased to know, Sam, that since we last played, I got a strength up on a tree. So I'll have a strength 7 tree, a strength 7 deep root, and a strength 6 tree.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. But they're going to be 3 dies no matter what anyway. So
yeah,
strength 7 bloat, mate.
I think I can take you, frankly.
Yeah, it could easily go that way.
What have we?
But I've got a deep roster. I've got 14 dudes. But you're going to get a lot of inducements.
I'm going to get 700,000 gold crowns in inducements.
So I'm going to have no rerolls. I'm going to be up against Deep Root. Maybe even, what's the one that stabs as well that you can get?
The Flings don't have a stabber.
Oh, who am I?
Yeah,
I
no.
think that's for Dark Elves.
Yeah, I can. I've got Puggy. I've got Willow. To be honest with you, I could induce Deeproot and Morgenthorg if I wanted to.
I think you should do it just because it's funny.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. Puggy's like a strength 3 with block that's really cheap though. So and he's got nerves of steel. So I'll think. Anyway, I'm not telling you all my strategies, Sam. Shut up. So Uskalak Bulls versus Wait What Ball. I mean, the Chaos Dwarf are going to get 200k in inducements.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I do know, obviously, the Bulls are going to win. But I think the thing about Ogres is, with all that mighty blow, you could seriously hurt him. And with a roster that deep, he can just keep coming back and hurting him. Like, he's not going to win on touchdowns, but there's a very real possibility that the Chaos Dwarves could come out of that game feeling really, really hard done to because of mighty blow, right? And
what you're saying is the Ogres could win the Viewers' Cup.
Yeah. The Ogres could win the moral victory. That's what they need to go for. I'm assuming you agree with most of what I've just said.
I think the Chaos Dwarves have got 12 men, and if the Ogres are going to pull a shock result, it's going to be this one. So, I think strangely I'm erring towards the Ogres.
Really? I think you're mad.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Because the thing is it... Yeah, 12 players, fair enough, but on the actual field, when half of your, like five of your team are Noblars, right, who can't reliably dodge anymore because of tackle. The moment you start losing a few of them, then you're relying on your Ogres to do everything, which you can't really do. And if you lose like 3 or 4 Noblars in the first couple of turns, you're then massively outnumbered. Your opponent can start bullying the Ogres a bit, and you're not going to get your replenishments until the drive's over, which is entirely at the behest of the Chaos Dwarves. So I don't know. I can't see it happening, to be honest with you. But I hope I'm wrong.
Well, I believe.
All right. Well, good luck with that, Matt. Woodtuggers versus Littlefoot's Legion. I mean, what can you say about this one, really? If the Wood Elves don't implode, they'll hammer him. If they do, everyone will be happy.
Yeah. Having discussed the previous result, I'm not that much of a mentalist, and I can't see the Wood Elves not winning this one, especially the way the Lisbon season's been going.
Yeah, I mean, there is that there is a universe where that's probably the most likely scenario. But also, it's worth noting that War Dancer Ron Swanson decides to leap in to do something, falls over, dies, and then Asaurus punches that Agi 6 catcher, and guess what? Agi anything doesn't matter when you get punched in the face by Asaurus, it dies. And then all of a sudden, this team's looking a bit less amazing. So I think, Dave, you should do everyone a favour. Forget about winning and just try and kill all of those key pieces, and then we'll all take it easy on you for the rest of the season as thanks.
Yeah, I can definitely see a world where that happens, but I don't know. These Wood Elves are just going to pull off more nonsense, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Well, we'll see how it goes. He's got a few guys out. It's a very real possibility that he might be lining up in the second half with 5 or 6 players. We'll see how it goes, eh? Reavers versus Flying Circus. Sean's on fire. Fritch is having a nightmare. Got to back Sean, really, haven't you? But again, as I say every week, I hope Fritch proves me wrong. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Especially as the one advantage you have against Elves Kislev is those long legs, but he's got safe throw, so that doesn't matter. He's armor 8 just like he is. He's not going to get much inducements. He's going to get 80k. I can't see the Kislev winning.
Yeah, neither can I. But again, I like to see an underdog win. I hope he proves us wrong. Well, that was weirdly quick. I'm not used to it being over that quickly.
We could do 2 more divisions if you want.
Nah, I'm alright, thanks. I've been working a conventional weekend. I'm going to drink like 6 cans of cider and fall asleep on the sofa. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me, Sam. And good luck, Division 1. Or indeed, if you're watching this from another division, good luck in your division.
Yeah, but not good luck to you.